Hey guys, this is the second video in the Excel Techniques series focusing on data analysis. In this video we're going to cover some in-cell functions. Let me just zoom in here a little bit so we can get a better look for the YouTube videos. On the left here I've listed a bunch of in-cell functions, and we're just going to go straight through them. By the way, just so you know, I've noticed that the audio gets a little bit out of sync with the video later on as time progresses in the video, so just be aware of that. The first one is count. So you type in count, equals count, and you can see on the bottom here it lists a bunch of potential functions. And if the one you want is selected, you can just hit tab and it will punch in the actual function for you. You select the data, the entire data set, and there you go. It counts 10 different numbers in this data set. Mean pretty much works the same way, but there is actually no mean function. However, mean in Excel is actually average. So notice I didn't type the entire word and average is selected already. If it's not selected, you can actually use the arrow keys on your keyboard to select the function that you're looking for. Hit tab and then you're ready to go. Median, same thing. Mode. Now, when it comes to percentile, it asks you to select the data, and then you hit comma. It then asks you for a K number, and the K number is really what percentile you're looking for. So let's say we're looking for the 90th percentile. So you hit 0.9 in there, and when you hit enter, it gives you a number, and this number, 8.1, is the 90% mark within that data set. Moving on to quartiles. Once again, after you've selected the data, you hit you hit comma, and then you select which quartile you want. So in this case, I want the second quartile, and it gives me 5. Now, standard deviations, it's a little tricky. You have to make sure you know which one you're doing. This is the sample standard deviation right here. So it's the first one, SDDEV, right? So once you've loaded the function, selected data, so on and so forth. But when it comes to the population standard deviation, you have to make sure you select the P, the STDEVP for population. Now, standardize, it really is the z-score, which we'll do a little bit more in depth on part 2 of this video. It asks you select the X, so which value in the data set you're standardizing, comma, the mean of the standard of that data set, and comma, and then you select the sample standard deviation. In this case, we use a sample because we only have 10 numbers. Chances are, when you only have 10 numbers, it's probably a sample of something. So we hit enter, and there you go. That score is standardized for the very first value there. Next, it's sum. Basically just adds up all the data. Now, variance is kind of similar to standard deviation in that it's VAR for the sample, and then VARP for the population variance. And you notice a slight difference in the numbers there. Okay, that is it for the first part of this in-cell functions. Next, we're going to cover how to do the z-score, which is the same thing as the standardized score we did before, but for the whole group. Okay, see you next time.